Delhi heat is dry. It's much nicer than the humid heat that you have in.
And we are live, and look who's back after a 2-day break, Nikhil.
A deserved date, yeah.
Of
Only why
course,
should you
of
guys
course.
get 2-day breaks?
Definitely.
I thought that even I should get.
But even in your 2-day break, you've not been sitting at home. You've been up to something, isn't it?
No, 2-day break. One day I spent organizing the Manoj Tiwari interview only.
Ah, yes.
One day I was busy that. The next day I was busy organizing my travel plan. Because I'll be in Mumbai tomorrow.
A very special thing is coming up from Nikhil, yes.
Special treat coming for Sports Today fans. I can give them a hint what's coming their way tomorrow.
Yes.
Tomorrow is, what is the date tomorrow?
June 25.
That's all.
That's all.
If you're a cricket fan, you should know what does the date 25th of June signify. And if it is 25th of June, maybe in comments you can tell us, and we'll see how much you guys know. And if it's 25th of June, then you have an idea of what the video could be about.
Exactly.
That's coming away.
But already you have made preparations. Even today there is something special.
Today there is a video already out. That's correct. It is a most interesting thing that I did. So usually we are talking cricket, we are interviewing players. Today I saw the most unique thing. I saw one book that weighed 32 kilos. Woo! 32 kilos. It's a book on cricket. And the price of one book is 25 lakh rupees. It's a book on cricket. I will not give you any more details.
Yes, you heard that right, folks. It's not 25,000. It is 25 lakhs. That is the cost of the book.
And to find out what I'm talking about, a video is going to be up on Sports Today in how much time? In about 2 minutes time?
Yes.
In 2 minutes time, there'll be a video up on Sports Today explaining that cricket book, which has not been launched officially, but it's a treat for all the Sports Today viewers. Right. That's what we do. We present it before it's presented to the public. We share it with you.
I have to join KBC and answer 12 straight questions to ensure I even get that book. 25 lakhs. Oh man.
True.
But it is a big treasure trove. So
yeah,
that video is going to be up.
If you can afford it, I would suggest buy it, because it's an investment for anyone who can afford it. There could be viewers, you and I may not.
They could be here if we can afford that book.
There could be others who are joining us now who could afford it.
Yes.
So if you can afford it, buy that book, a cricket book worth 25 lakh, because I'm told it's an investment in about 7-8 years. In 7-8 years it will quadruple, it will become a crore. So if you have 25 now, buy it, sell it after 10 years for a CR.
It's like a plot of land. Buy it now, 15 years later.
Land also doesn't appreciate now.
Yeah, I know, seriously.
Land doesn't appreciate like that. Nothing appreciates 4 times in 10 years like this.
Like a book.
So this book. So the video is going to be up very soon. So check that out, what we're talking about. I'm not going to share any more details. But you're right. We were saying that we have a special treat planned for you all throughout tomorrow, including interviews and live streams and everything. And because it's 25th June, every Indian fan should know what that means. Dipanshu has got it right.
Yep. Priyanshu is also saying it, yes.
Priyanshu has also got it right. Dipanshu and Priyanshu,
yes.
both have got it bang on. What is it coming tomorrow? That's what's tomorrow. Yep. What did you guys do while I was not around? 2 days?
Well, we were also busy with all the cricket. India versus Leicestershire, that was there. And today at 246 for 8, a familiar story of collapse. Virat Kohli, bad luck, out for 33 with a ball that was clearly missing off. Kohli just couldn't understand what is going on. Technically, he's shot. Mentally, he's not at peace. Some luck should go his side. That's also not happening. And Kohli also tried to just uphold the bat and say whether it sticks up right, like Joe Root. It didn't work. So 246 for 8, they declared. Cheteshwar Pujara is playing for Leicestershire. Duck. Mohammad Shami got him. He dragged the ball back onto the stumps, and Shami leaps on Pujara and he has a wry smile on his face.
They were just...
But Rishabh Pant is going strong.
No, again, let's not mix up our formats. In Test cricket, Rishabh is a different beast.
Yep.
Different beast.
And
like Pawan is talking, Pant is fighting well. That's true.
And Ranji, it's like MP Ajab hai, sabse gazab hai. They are going to almost win.
Will you do a dance, Bihu dance? Is there an MP dance?
Nah, there is no MP dance as such.
We'll celebrate. You're from MP.
I will celebrate.
But
there is no better side than defeating Mumbai.
But you are also from Mumbai.
My MP. Current place of residence is Bhopal. So why would I? It is always better to defeat a behemoth like Mumbai. They won 41 times.
I mean, like, I have no favorites as such, but you like to support the underdog.
Yes.
Why not? Isn't it? Underdog in a contest, Mumbai versus MP. MP is doing fantastically
and
well.
Rajat Patidar is also batting like a dream.
Rajat Patidar apparently was, when he walked out,
RCB.
Yay, RCB. The local boy, no?
They don't look beyond RCB because Patidar is playing. That's why there's a big crowd.
Yeah.
Traditionally, if you look at it, even Karnataka when they used to play, there used to be big crowds.
Yeah.
But MP Mumbai in Bangalore and Chandrakant Pandit's golden touch might work finely.
Yeah, it's worked with other teams before this.
Yep. So Pant is currently on reaching 50 in the Leicestershire warm-up.
44.
Hope he reaches a 50. Hope.
No, Test cricket, he's fantastic.
Yes.
But it's the white ball.
Yeah. 25 and 21 by Rohit and Shubman yesterday. They threw away their starts. Rohit out to a pull shot. Can you believe it? A pull shot. Stranger things do happen in cricket.
Yeah.
So that was how our 2 days were. Busy with Ranji, busy with India Leicestershire. And luckily the rain came that day. Otherwise we would have been waiting till 10:30, 11.
So Love Rami is asking, so have you bought that 25 lakh book of cricket? No, I haven't, Love. Don't have that kind of money. But what is that book? How you can buy it? Even if you can't buy it, can you see it? How does it look like? How much does it weigh? All of those details in the video that has been put up, as Manu Srivastava is also pointing about 83. Check that video out. It's very, very interesting. Okay. Meanwhile, in the entire build up to the test series, which we will of course build up to once it is close to 1st of July. Before that, there is a small matter of 2 T20Is versus Ireland.
Yes.
And tomorrow our dugout may be on a different subject, because tomorrow, as you're pointing out, it's a big day.
Yep.
Yeah.
It'll be a chance from ground zero.
Ground zero. So it could be on 1983. So if that happens, it's, I thought, best day for us to discuss India, Ireland, and what should the playing 11 be like.
Yes.
So firstly, just to refresh your memory, the top guys weren't there in the series against South Africa, the regulars. And then out of that, now a few more regulars have left and joined the test squad.
Yes.
Which means you are left with typically a B team right now.
And one star makes a comeback. That's the most important part that was missing in the South Africa series.
Yes.
One star makes a comeback, and that guy is Surya Kumar Yadav.
Yes.
Different factor altogether. 17-member squad and a new captain. It was Rishabh Pant in South Africa.
Just go up a bit, thoda.
Now it will be Hardik Pandya, Gujarat Titans winning IPL captain. Let's see how much depth and how much does he bring into the table in captaincy for the two-match series starting on 26th.
Okay. So, Sky is back. I saw the picture of him on his Instagram feed.
Yep.
All set to reach Ireland. What we're going to do is make the 11. No, not the comments, just to take the page up a bit. Not the comments. No, little bit lower. Okay, he'll adjust it. Anyway, so we're going to make the
playing 11, probable 11s from the squad of 17 which is there. But the big question, big question, team like Ireland, are you going to play your two new players who were throughout on the bench in the South Africa series? The concerns are Arshdeep and Umran. Even the two players who played for India, Sanju and Deepak, will they get a chance? That also we'll be discussing in this probable 11 which we are going to do it.
Yeah.
Because what are the spots available? Opening, you may want to experiment. Because Shreyas Iyer is not there, potentially the number 4 spot, because Surya will directly fit into number 3, number 4. You want another bowling all-rounder or a batting all-rounder. That is one thing.
No, so lots of questions. I can see you guys have been sending us a lot of questions.
Yeah.
We'll try and answer that
Yep.
a little later.
Yes.
But first,
This is Nikhil's playing 11 that he has.
not mine.
Not yours?
We'll mix it and match
Mix
it.
and match.
Two selectors at work.
Ah, okay.
Huh?
9, 10, 11.
This is the 11 that we will make.
Yep.
Now, two selectors at work. In case we don't agree on one thing, then our two colleagues here,
Yes.
Bharat and Shivam, they will help us out.
Of course.
They will help us out. So, before we make the 11, you've spoken about the areas that we can look at while making the 11. Now, my first question is, what are we looking at? Are we going to make our strongest team, or are we looking at just giving chances? What is the thing? If you ask me, I think there is no right answer or wrong answer to it. I would like to make my strongest team.
Yep.
Okay, I'm not thinking of, do I need to give X a chance, Y a chance? This is not a musical chair or a lucky draw or some sort of a kitty party where you have to, you've taken it one time, then the next person gets it
the
next
Indian
month.
cricket team in Leicester have hit two birds with one stone. They are doing intra-squad also. 4
Yeah.
players are in the Leicestershire
That's a
camp.
practice match.
Yeah.
Are you treating the Ireland games as practice? How are you treating them?
It would be insulting to Ireland that, okay, we
Yeah.
are not respecting their caliber. Of course, they have defeated nations in the past. I would say, let us play the strongest 11.
Strongest 11.
Strongest 11. I am on the same page.
Try and make the strongest 11,
Yeah.
then we can give options.
Yeah.
So strongest 11 has to be the team that was playing here.
Yes.
In which case, you will stick with your two openers.
Ishan, yes.
I'm going with both openers.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
Ishan,
okay,
Rituraj.
and Ruturaj. Okay,
Yep.
so those are your openers.
Openers.
Number 3 is a new entrant.
Sky.
Any debate?
No debates at all. I mean, you would want your best player and one of the certainties for the ICC World T20 in that spot.
Sky.
Sky.
Done.
Yep.
Okay. Now who have you got? So now, because there is some spots that have opened up, because there is no Rishabh Pant,
There is no
Shreyas Iyer.
Yes.
Now, so the guy who I thought was ahead in the queue, then a lot of these guys didn't get a chance. So I have got Huda at 4.
Yes.
Same.
Same.
Okay.
Deepak Huda.
So we've got Huda at 4. Okay.
At 5, because he did well
you
even
are.
in the South Africa series, Hardik.
What do you mean? Well, he's the captain.
Captain.
Even if he didn't do well, he'd be there.
Hardik and the X Factor at 6, DK. Only keeper.
Yeah.
Okay, Sanju is an option, but in this current squad,
we are looking at the best team right now.
Yes.
Best case scenario, thinking
Yep.
that you're going to win. So sticking with majority of the team, and again, listen, when we're picking this team, I must also tell you that a lot of it is also based on what the team has been doing and
Yes.
the kind of noises that have been coming out of the team and what they've been doing. They have not been making too many changes. They're sticking with the guys that they're getting a chance.
Yep.
So only time places open up is when someone is not available. In this case, Pant and Shreyas miss out.
Iyer, yeah.
So two guys have come in. Sky had to. I mean, he's
Obvious.
going to be there, and then Huda comes in, right?
Yeah.
So that's typically what we think. Again, reminding you, if you're joining us just now, we're making the strongest possible 11. We're not looking at just giving chances for the heck of it.
Yep.
I will give you an optional 11 later.
Yes.
When it comes to chances. Okay.
Yeah.
And can I wait? So for that, let me just write it a bit shorter so that I can give you those options. Okay. So that will be
Pandya.
okay.
Yeah.
So that's Pandya, and there is DK. Okay.
Yep.
So just sticking with the strongest. So at 7, then sticking with the same team, then there was Akshar Patel. Have you got him, or have you got?
I have
someone
put Harshal there.
else? Oh yeah, batting order. Is Akshar in your team or
No,
not?
Akshar is not.
So
in
who's
my
your
team.
second spinner?
I am going with only one more spinner because I am keeping Huda as my off spinning option.
Okay, that's interesting.
So I have put Chahal. My bowling lineup is
Yeah.
Chahal, Harshal, Avesh, Bhuvi.
Oh, you're going with 4 fast bowlers.
Yes, Ireland, Malahide, kind of green, and you already got 2 options in Huda and Chahal. Then I will keep an left arm option of Arshdeep. My 11 includes Arshdeep. Maybe he
No
will
2
not-
spinners.
No, only two we are playing, Huda and
Okay,
Chahal.
let's go with
three
that.
Spinners.
So we're going with the strongest team.
Yeah.
No issue. So you go with Harshal or Bhuvi at 7?
I'm going with Harshal at 7. Better bat. Harshal.
Then Bhuvi.
Yes.
Close call, huh?
Yeah. Harshal. Then Bhuvi. Avesh, Chahal, Arshdeep.
So Yuzi here
Yeah.
and Arshdeep here.
Arshdeep. Yes.
Okay.
Arshdeep.
And
Avesh.
Avesh.
Yeah.
Okay, I had pretty much the same team, but in case they are just going to look at Huda as a
Yes.
optional thing, they could even go with Akshar, but I think this would look better. This, I
Yeah.
think for the balance of the team, this looks like the strongest team. Again, we're picking 11 based on the strongest team.
Yes.
We're not looking at just for the heck of it that you're going to give chances. And that's the first question I asked Siddharth. Are you looking to play your strongest team win, or you're just treating... But do you think there's a school of thought that might say that, listen, it's Ireland, you don't have to play your strongest team?
Better not take any team lightly when you're going towards World T20 year. It'd be better that if we treat every side, and I think Dravid has instilled that mindset. Let us treat.
But Dravid is not around, huh, for this game.
Yeah, he's.
But they may not change
Lakshman
that.
also follows the same school of thought as Dravid. But the thing is, if I had not picked Huda, then I'd have picked Akshar. That is the thing, because
No, but then he's not as good a batsman. And I think Huda has
Yeah.
been waiting for his chance.
Yep.
Now that Shreyas is not there,
Not there.
and Pant is not there, so that slot opens up. So
Yes.
I think this is the strongest, and for a change we've agreed, huh? No arguments on
Yeah.
that. Now, in case you're going to look at chances, and this is the option that I have, in which case you can look at some other option. You can look at Tripathi.
yeah,
You can look at Venkatesh Iyer. You can look at Sanju Samson. You can look at Umran Malik.
Umran Malik.
You
Ravi
can look
Bishnoi.
at Bishnoi.
Yes.
And Arshdeep, so you've already got in there.
I have in my this option. What I've given is remove Rituraj and keep Samson.
Okay, how about this? Maybe if you really want to give chances, then you may want to rest people who you know are going to be almost certain to go with you to the World Cup. Okay, and have made full use of the opportunity.
Yeah.
So in which case, see, again, that would be Sky. But
Yeah.
because Sky is coming off an injury, you want him to play both
Yes,
games. So
yes.
he's not to be. I don't know, both Ishan and Ruturaj are not certain yet
Yep.
to go.
They're
So
not certain.
wouldn't you want to see a bit more of them instead of adding on to your headache? And remember, we had discussed this earlier by giving one Rahul Tripathi a chance, and then
Because the problem in the squad of 17 for the Ireland series is you've got batting options, a lot more batting options than bowling. Umran and Bishnoi, of course, either if Chahal rests, then only then Bishnoi is going to play.
first tell me again,
Yeah.
people who cannot go out. He
Sky.
cannot.
Pandya can't, DK can't, Sky can't.
No. And Sky can't.
Sky
I think
can't.
why? Because he's coming off an injury, he has
Yes.
to play. Pandya captain has to play. Now, you can experiment with everyone. So now the thing is, in bowling, that's why I'm giving an option.
Yep.
You know what Bhuvi has been doing. He's almost a certainty to go with you to the World Cup.
Yes.
So you know what he offers. Maybe you don't need him. So for him, you get a Umran.
Umran.
At certain point, right?
Yeah.
So you get an Umran just because you have seen what he offers.
Yes.
Same with Harshal. But I think Harshal more you'd want to test than Bhuvi.
Yes.
But so you could just stick with that. Avesh, I would want to see more of him. So I wouldn't
Yeah.
want him dropped,
Yep, he's there.
right? I want to see more of
Yeah.
him. So I wouldn't want him.
Yuzi
Arshdeep,
is- yeah.
Yuzi is again a proven. Maybe you could get Bishnoi here.
Bishnoi, yeah. Maybe keep Yuzi fresh for England.
Yeah, and Yuzi is going to go.
Yeah, he will be there. He's
So
just
you've
certain-
seen him.
Yep.
Against an Ireland, if you really want to experiment, I might as well experiment with guys who I know are certain. I don't want to see them anymore, in the sense I know that what they're made of. So Sky, Pandya,
Avesh,
Avesh.
they are not getting dropped. You
Yes.
wouldn't want to drop them for
Yeah,
this series
yeah.
for obvious reasons.
Yes.
Pandya for obvious reasons, Sky for
Yes.
obvious reasons.
Bhuvi, I'm convinced, so I'll tell Bhuvi that, listen, we know what you offer. You're good and we are in our plan for the T20 World
Yep.
Cup. Let's look at Umran.
Yeah.
Similar for Yuzi. Yuzi, you are too good, man. Our number one spinner in white
Yep.
ball. You're going to go with, let's see,
Yeah.
Bishnoi a bit, right?
Why not Samson here?
But for that is, both Ishan and Ruturaj are not guaranteed.
Yes.
So now going by the logic of the Indian team management, where they want to give you maximum amount of chances before discarding you, have you given them enough chances before discarding them?
Yes. Ruturaj had a bigger rope because you wouldn't drop Ishan. He was one of your star performers in the batting lineup
Yes.
of South Africa.
Yeah.
Ruturaj 150, but Dravid has praised the way how Ruturaj started the innings and
That's
how
what
he's
I'm saying.
handled.
That's what.
So, but then if you've just taken Samson as one of your reserves, he can't play in any other position because Samson traditionally has opened or is number
No, you
three max.
you could shift the batting order like this.
Huh.
Like DK, you know what he offers. So maybe for DK, Samson comes,
Samson.
but I'm not playing Samson here.
Yeah, I'll
It's
be
just
playing him
for
at
the
three. And
just
Sky at 4.
Sky 4, Huda can go at 5 or even 6.
6.
If you want to see Huda be the finisher that we are talking about, just
Yeah.
because in IPL we saw him play higher up the order does not mean, again, I'm a reminder, everyone has been talking about Huda as a top player. No, he played there for Lucknow because that was the combination. There also he batted anywhere between 3, 4, 5, 6, right?
Yes.
But remember, he came into the Indian setup because you were looking for a finisher. And earlier, for SRH and Rajasthan, he's been the finisher before.
Yes.
So then what you can do is, we've written Samsung here because maybe DK, you're convinced that he's good enough. We know what he can offer. So like with Bhuvi and like with Yuzi, who are almost certain, maybe you put DK's name there.
Yep.
And then you rest these guys saying, listen, we know what you offer us. Why don't you just relax? And then you bring in a Samsung.
Yeah.
Then you bring in Umran, then you bring in a Bishnoi for there, and then change the batting order accordingly. Having said that, why we picked the first team, I still don't think that they will do it. Why?
Yeah.
They're not going to be flying a Bhuvi and a Yuzi and DK to do sightseeing there.
Exactly. Because if that was the case, they would have boarded the plane not to Ireland, to England. Because these three players are going to play a major role in the England T20.
Unless you have taken them there,
Yeah.
to acclimatize, and then you try these players and tell them that, listen, they may not be there in the England series when everyone returns. You might be. So just
perhaps what might happen, perhaps this first team that we picked,
the first
plays
team,
plays the first T20. They win it. In the second match, since you've already played one game, try the others out.
one game, but what are you offering them? And my point is this: what are you going to, just one game for a Samsung or a one game for, I don't know. I think what you need to do is, again, play your best team, either play your best team, nobody will complain. I know a lot of people are looking for chances, but again, just as in South Africa you said, no, best team, people who have been there need longer rope. You continue with that, I don't think anyone will complain.
My simple argument is, in all the players, the number of batting options that are there in this squad is much more than the bowling options. We are not even discussing Venkatesh Iyer or Rahul Tripathi.
Yes.
Because there is no place. Simple.
Venkatesh Iyer could have been looked at here instead of Pandya
5.
or even a Huda. But the thing is, Huda himself hasn't got a chance.
Exactly.
So Pandya is a captain, so he's good.
And you'll not risk
Venki
Venki opening. You'll not risk Venki opening because
Yeah.
you wouldn't want to destabilize Ishan and Rituraj's established combination at this point in time.
Again, I don't.
Tripathi again seems to be the unlucky one to miss out on both.
The right thing to do with, either you stick with your first 11 that we picked, and these slash options just sit on the bench, only get a chance if someone gets injured.
Yes.
That, or you play these options by telling these guys like DK, Yuzi and Bhuvi that, listen, you're going to be playing in England anyway, so sit out for these two T20Is as backup and let these guys play at least 2 games. Then it would make sense.
Yeah.
So those are the only 2 options.
Because it again depends. Are we looking at the Ireland series from a holistical point of preparation for the World T20?
Why not?
Okay, because most of the members in this team, barring Sky, Bhuvi, Hardik, DK, probably, Yuzi, Yajwendra Chahal, they are not making the trip to Australia. Most of them.
I think Bhuvi is.
I have said, except for Bhuvi, Hardik, Sky, DK, to a certain extent DK, I'm not yet.
Could be. I don't know if Ishan continues his good vein of form. Could be.
Could be, or in the 15 as a backup opener.
By the way, again, it's no more 15.
Okay.
It could be 18, 20.
Because those COVID, this thing, because of the rise in cases.
So Rahul Dravid said the other day, he says, we're looking at a core squad of 18 to 20. If what BCCI could do is, 15 is the official, but now they've been sending, they take as net bowlers or batsmen as backup. Nobody can stop you now. Just that you need to pay for their hotel and TAD doesn't matter for the BCCI.
Well, but it's strange.
They'll take it.
Because
no, they'll take 18-20. I'm telling you.
They can take care of 18 to 20 players, take care of everything.
Yes.
But they could not install the DRS in a Ranji Trophy final because it was too expensive.
Yes. There was a super chat, you missed it.
Yeah, I mean that is strange from the BCCI. So yeah, that's 20. Then that argument wise, then yes, perhaps this score along with the other three, they might be your 20 for the World Cup then. Because I was under the impression only 15 are going.
15, no. Now, again, I'm not guaranteeing that. Yeah. I'm saying what Rahul Dravid said after the South Africa, that we're looking at a core of 18 to 20. And again, I will not be surprised if BCCI, they'll announce 15 for the ICC cutout, but send a squad of 20. You can't. 20, if someone is injured or not, you can just make. And remember, someone can have a side strain.
Remember, we have this opening slot. One position for the opening slot would not have come up had KL Rahul not gotten injured. He's out for a long time, not there for the England tour. West Indies,
he'll be back.
He'll be back. But whether if he'll be that old KL Rahul where he can score runs. If he's not scoring runs, then he's also not.
I think he'll play enough series before that. There is enough time.
5 T20s against West Indies, 2 against Sri Lanka, Asia Cup, and Australia.
Enough time. Even if he plays 2 series before that, I think it's enough time to gauge him and judge him and whatever. Arslan Khan had sent a super chat from the UK. And we missed it. When this middle order drama before any ICC major tournament, when will this middle order drama end? Good question, Arsalan. As things stand, maybe never, or it may end now. Which means it is quite possible, and again we are seeing this with this team, that we keep talking about options and we are saying slash this, slash that. Maybe they only selected a lot of these players because they had to have a squad of 18 going abroad, and so they did. Maybe, so you'll get an idea. What if they play this strongest team that we're looking at? Ishan, Rutu, Sky, Huda, Pandya, DK, Harshal. So there's not much of change. And if they continue keeping that core of the middle order, then as we're discussing, 18 will be there.
If I was a selector, my number 3 to number 6 is already assured. Even now I'm saying it. Even number 1 to number 6, my batting is assured for the World T20.
No, even backup is kind of done. So you could look at 18, you can look at making a squad. Maybe, depending on, you'll see the team combination for Ireland, and that's why we picked the strongest squad of players here. Maybe if they pick that again, then there is clear indication that they're not going to be experimenting too much. They've decided on the guys and they will stick to it. Yes, you can keep wanting to see Tripathi or a Samsung or whatever. So like for example, you want to, if you think Rutu has got enough rope, then again an option is here.
Rahul Tripathi,
Right.
Has done well as an opener, even for KKR. At number 3 also, he did well for Sunrisers Hyderabad.
Absolutely. No, I've just given options here. This is if the management thinks that, listen, Ireland series is for experimentation and we'll experiment. In which case, then you can have a team of Ishan, Tripathi, Sky, Huda, Pandya, Samsung. Again, Samsung will bat at a different order. The batting order will change. Harshal, Umran, Avesh, Bishnoi, Arshdeep. You could go with that 11 if you're in a mood for experimentation. If you're playing the best 11, no. Then it's Ishan, Ruturaj, Sky, Huda, Pandya, DK, Harshal, Bhuvi, Avesh, Yuzi and Arshdeep. That is. So his next question was why the BCCI has not produced the next Kohli and Rohit. Well, it's not easy. Arslan, Rohit and Virat are once in a lifetime batsmen. If it was so easy to produce the next guys, then you would never have trouble. But having said that, when the whole Sachin, Dravid, Lakshman, Ganguly, all of them are retired, I thought next will not come. But the next bunch came in Yuvraj Singh and MS Dhoni's and Virender Sehwags and all of that. Then you thought when they will go, nothing will. Then came Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma. You never know. Maybe one of these, maybe future Ishan could be a superstar. Ruturaj, Sky is anyway very good. Who knows? Huda could be something. I don't know. Again, in white ball. In Test cricket, Shubman Gill could be the biggest star. Who knows? Again.
But lapse in concentration in that Leicestershire game, not a good sign.
Again, as I'm saying, nobody knows when you come in. Who knew when Virat came in as a youngster that he'll be like that?
He actually struggled in the first series against the West Indies.
He struggled for plenty of years from that time. It's not that it's only...
His breakthrough was Australia.
Yes.
That Adelaide 2011-12 tour.
That series. So he played enough years before that where you saw him as a decent player, but never thought that you never put him in the same bracket as the next Dravid or Sachin or whatever. Never did. But he is today.
He is. He ensured that Tendulkar's absence would not be missed so much. We all thought, what after Sachin, but Virat stepped up to the void, and 2012 to 2019, I think one of the greatest batsmen in all three formats. So the zenith was there.
So you never know who the next guy is. You just have to allow some time and then you could get the next guy. Let's take a few questions. Shivam, if you go right to the bottom, then let's take and answer a few questions. रोक लेना कहीं पे एक सेकंड. Aryan Atani saying there is always a surprise inclusion in the World Cup team. Who do you think this time can be that surprise? Aryan, my short answer is I don't think there will be a surprise. I don't think this management and whatever we're seeing from Rahul Dravid, you'll get any surprises. So it'll be from this core.
Did we have any surprises barring 2007? 2009, 10, 12, 14, 16,
why 15 you...
Chakravarti, perhaps 2021 was it a surprise?
Yes, but 2019 you kept having Raidu till the end, and then Vijay Shankar came. He was a surprise.
Surprise, yes.
So there have been surprises.
Yes, absolutely.
So I mean, I don't think it will happen now.
Surprising in the sense I felt on the lines
you
of...
You were a wrong person to ask. Vijay Shankar fan.
Yusuf Pathan making a century, making his debut in the final. That was surprise.
2007. No, but he's talking about surprises and included last moment. That, we're looking at core and then suddenly someone...
You need MSK Prasad for that. You need MSK Prasad for that.
Won't happen, Aryan. Okay. Okay, Rahul Verma has got a T20 team which has got Pant, Rohit, Kohli, Rajat Patidar, Jadeja, Hardik, DK, Yuzi, Bumrah, Prasidh Krishna, Khalil. Rahul, I mean, it's a out of the box 11.
Yes.
And the players that you've picked are not bad at all. But I don't, and he accepts that this is not going to happen. But Rahul, it's clearly not the, sometimes we get carried away with just recent forms or what we've seen in the IPL, a few innings. You suddenly cannot go with a team. Rajat Patidar had a good finish to the IPL, but cannot
batting
be in the
like
same
a dream
class.
In the Ranji. But again, Ranji one season on a absolutely hopeless Mumbai attack and on a flat Chinnaswamy wicket.
I mean, it's like, you just like one IPL and you
can't
pick.
Prasidh is there. In the squad of 20, when you look at, he is one of your backup bowlers.
But again, I think in white ball cricket, they may not go with him. Test cricket, yes, he is one of those guys. But in white ball cricket, I think...
T20, he's kind of struggled, but in ODIs, he's performed well. West Indies series, he did very well, Prasidh.
No, so for example, like Sarfraz is having a great outing. Now you suddenly won't say, bring him in.
There are multiple reports floating around that Sarfraz could be considered for the Bangladesh series.
No, that could be, because you may look at resting a few senior guys. Then
November, that's
I'm saying like suddenly because it's a great outing, you can't say now bring in the T20 World Cup. That's my point.
So more questions.
57 for Pant. Please come to the questions.
Rishabh Pant.
Kanav is, I would like to see Ruturaj as a backup opener ahead of Ishan, as he can play fast bowling better in Australia. Kanav, actually, I mean, I kind of agree, I think. But then, see, two things. I agree with you that he looks a much more compact player than Ishan. No doubt. No visible weakness. But you cannot ignore run. You cannot just say, he looks good, which I agree with you, by the way. But if Ishan continues to score runs and get runs, then you can't say, and again, I think they will get some sort of more chances to play in the future. You'll have to come good. And now you'll see Ireland, some seaming conditions. So let's see between Rutu and Ishan if they do start like that. Let's see who
battles the seaming conditions well. Ishan has a slight weakness, but again in international cricket he's proven to be much better than IPL cricket. IPL one season he was good. Rest of the seasons he's been pretty average, Ishan.
Moez Menon has a suggestion. He said, why not have Venki instead of 4 proper pacers? Harshal at 7 makes batting depth a little weaker, which I kind of agree at 7, and that was my issue at 7, that you could. The other thing that you could really do is that if you've got Huda
at 6.
Yeah, and if you're using him as a spinner, and then instead of an Arshdeep, you just keep 3 fast bowlers, 2 spinners in Huda and Uzi. Okay, just the number. Yeah, the team. So Huda can be at 6 and DK at 7 or whatever. Pandya is also a bowling option, and Venki also comes in and gives you a bowling option, and then he can be there. Yeah. It does make things interesting. You remove 1 fast bowler. You could do that actually. Moez, it's not a bad suggestion.
Not a bad suggestion. Yes.
So let's say for a fast bowler, assuming let's say you're removing Arshdeep from here and Harshal is there just for the sake of it. So yeah, you put Harshal / Arshdeep. And put
Venki.
Actually, not a bad team. Not a bad team. Looks good. So look at your bowling options now. Again, not a 4 over option. But then you've got, even if you do look at 1, 2, 3, 4 proper bowlers, and between Venkatesh Iyer, Hardik Pandya, Huda, you could
squeeze in the 4 overs between them.
Yeah, it's not a bad option. You could go with this. I think this also looks like a strong 11.
But Venki's batting seems to be a bit. He's undergoing a slump at this point.
But he is right. I think at 7, I'd be a bit nervous if I don't. You could do it with Ireland, but still.
Yeah.
But still.
Maybe going ahead, because but in the World T20, I've got KL, Rahul, Virat, Surya, Hardik, Pant / DK as my 6. Jadeja will be there at 7.
No, that team is sorted.
So that is why.
Once that comes in, then you're not going to look at any other option. You go with the top team. That's fine. I'm just saying for now.
Venkatesh Iyer.
Yeah. I don't think it's a bad option.
Yeah.
It is. You could even look at squeezing another, but yeah, you would need and he's been sitting on the bench, huh? So,
yes.
So I think it would.
He's not, I think, played since the New Zealand series, I think, Venkatesh Iyer.
Yeah.
That's a bit of an issue. When was the New Zealand series? November. Now it is June.
Yeah. And if you've kept him in the squad, you might as well give him chance, and you were telling him to be the finisher, then you can look at him there.
That might happen. But will Venki adjust to the role of opener and number 7? That will be a big problem. So
Anil Bishnoi has picked his team. He's going with Rohit, Ishan, Surya, Kohli, Pant, Pandya, Jadeja, Harshal, Bhuvi, Shami, Bumrah. I like your team. I think the only difference is instead of Ishan, KL will come in. That's the only change. And maybe for Pant, DK could come in again. Another thing.
Based on current form.
Those are the 2 changes. But even if Pant stays, it's fine. But I think KL will come in if he's fit.
Yes.
So
you have to keep.
But it's a good team, Anil.
Yeah, it's a good team. Yeah. Bishnoi.
One final question you can take.
This team looks more okay.
Yash Singh is saying if 2 right-handed batsmen can open, why not 2 left-handed batsmen can open? So he's talking about Venkatesh Iyer, but he cannot be ahead of KL Rahul. No, I'm saying KL Rahul and and also in terms of Venkatesh Iyer, you have to make a decision on where you want him. He was an opener. Okay, but you pushed him to the middle order because you said you need a finisher. He started playing domestic cricket in the middle order, then played for India there. Now again you want him at an opener. I don't know. If you would ask me, if I was Venkatesh Iyer, I'd be happy here because there's more chance he'll get playing time here than there.
Yes.
Much tougher, especially when Rohit, KL, everyone returns and Ishan is firing. Too much competition. I'd rather be this because not as much competition. I could always be that backup guy in case a Pandya is not around or DK is not around or whatever. I could be that finisher.
The top 4 spots are so intense. You have no place. Even in the backup, you have no place.
I agree.
Your realistic chances are either 5. It's very slim though, or 7.
Yep.
That's about it.
Yep.
Nowhere else.
Agreed. On that note.
Yep.
There are other places to go to. What is the score at the game?
At Grace
Rishabh Pant is going. Are you worried that the Indian batsmen got out that early? Practice game. They'll get another innings though.
Yeah. But let's look at the technique of the way how they got out. Kohli unlucky. Rohit out to a pull. Shubman lapse in concentration. Maybe once again, when was the last test that they played. Sri Lanka, which was 3-4.
I'm not too worried.
That,
I'm not too worried. I think they'll have another inning. They'll have a lot of net sessions. You get a bit acclimatized to the situation. And test match is test match. So
and India have not broken this trend since decades to get a newcomer into the limelight. Roman Walker, a guy from Clwyd in Wales.
Practice game.
First match he gets Rohit Kohli and all. By the way, there was one guy, practice game in Kingston in 97-98, if you'll remember. He took a 5-wicket haul, made his debut in Jamaica and took 6 for 100. Franklin Rose,
I remember. Oh,
yeah, that was
on fire.
That was the one individual I can remember who troubled India and made an impact in Test cricket.
He picked up those Barbados Test match, I think, which we lost.
Oh God,
horrific. 81 all out.
81 all out, yep.
Yeah, never forget. I remember watching that game.
Rose.
In fact, Sachin Tendulkar said for the longest time it was the biggest disappointment of his career.
Yeah. I mean, we all were thinking 120. Come on, you can chase this down.
And those days beating the West Indies, big deal.
No, but that West Indies also declined.
No, stale, yeah. We never used to win.
Ambrose, Walsh, Bishop, good luck.
It was a boring series. That one test match, Sidhu bowled us with his double 100.
201.
I remember.
I know, and two horrible matches in Antigua and Guyana, rain affected.
Yeah, but that was an exciting test match.
Barbados. And who hurt us? Mervyn
You know who
Dillon.
was the coach that time?
Wait. Oh, it's then the tip of my tongue. Yeah, who was it?
Indian coach.
Anshuman came later. Who was it?
Madan Lal.
Madan, sir. Yes.
So I have juicy details about that test match, which I will not share.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, Pant racing towards his 100.
Oh, just whacked Siraj straight through the line 4. Batting really well, Pant.
Yeah, Siraj. Yes, this is an intra-squad come practice game.
Okay, guys, thank you for your company. Tomorrow, special treat coming your way, as I said. Don't forget to check out the 25 lakh cricket book which weighs 32 kilos. Very interesting story. See you. Bye bye.
Vanakkam.